I was here 2009 in Shanghai the first time in my life in China. I was working a lot in Japan in the past, and always when I was in Japan and had concerts there, I tried to extend my stay in Asia and to learn to travel to different countries. So I was in Thailand, I was in Malaysia, and one trip was to China. I was in Peking and then Shanghai. I met friends because I had some friends here who were working there, and went on to the Philippines. So I know Asia a little bit, not all of it, it's pretty big. And when I get the chance to produce these shows in Shanghai, I was so glad to come back to this wonderful city, and I was so excited because Mark, a close friend of mine, he was here many times, and he said he said it changed so much. Always when he comes, it's changing. And I mean, it's 2009, it's 16 years ago. I was really looking forward to come back to this place, and I feel so comfortable. I like the small shops. I like it so much. I think in the last life I was a Chinese person, because when I eat this food I feel hungry.
I grew up with Sylvester's music, like many of us, many actors, because he is really, as you said, a living legend in Austria, in Germany, and also in Asia, and in many other countries too. I'm producing many concerts the last years, and I was always looking for new ideas, and then I thought, oh, Sylvester, maybe he has a round birthday, and then I thought, okay, in 2 years he's he's turning to 18. And you always need a preparation for a concert, 1.5, 2 years. And so I started to write him, Sylvester, your 80th birthday is coming up. Do you want to celebrate it? And he said, yeah, that's a great idea. And he said, I want two things. I want really great soloists, and I want really a good orchestra that can transport my music like I composed it. I said, Sylvester, I do that for you. And we planned a concert in Vienna, really around his birthday, not on his birthday, because I thought on his birthday he wants to be with his family, but 2 days after that. And we were planning, and then he said, you know, Shanghai Culture Square also wants to do something with me, and would you like to produce these shows too? Because you have so many preparations for Vienna, you do so much, and there can be things done before we can also use for Shanghai. And so I got the contact, and I get the chance to do that also here in a different way, because in Vienna everybody knows Sylvester there, and he's so a person you can really touch, a composer, a living legend you can touch, and he's a normal human being, and we have so many stories with him, and everybody knows his music there pretty well. So we did more moderation, we did more talking in the show. It was very private. His wife was there, and his son always it was a concert for him. He was not a part of the concert. He was really sitting in the audience, and we sang for him. And we made a DVD out of it, we made a CD out of it. It was a live broadcast in Austrian TV. It was really huge. And the Shanghai concerts are different. They're more artificial. They're really presenting all his music, all his pieces with him on stage. So he is also giving the audience himself, and is not only sitting in the audience as someone in the audience. 15 years ago, 2010, I started to produce the first concert because it was a beneficial concert where I said to people, come on, let's make a concert together. The people are coming in, they're paying, and we fund for projects this money. So I always was searching for what can I do as an actor for the audience, or for people more not only to being an actor. I wanted to give something back to the luck I had in my life. And so we always tried, and I did this for many years with my wife together. We always had concerts and collecting funds, and supported different projects. First in Haiti, there was a big earthquake in Haiti, 2010. Later in Austria, different projects, to give back something from the luck we have. And as I felt the first time when I had these concerts, it feels pretty good to organize that all, to make a a great stage for the performers, but not being on stage with them, it felt okay for me. And I didn't have the feeling, oh, I have to be on stage. So I started to explore this more and more. And I think it opened a door for me where I said, okay, this is something I'm really interested in. Organizing, also do the whole marketing, also doing the organization, the finance things, and also the creative things from the other side. And then I grew more in this, and I did different concert projects. And one of the biggest concert projects was then the first piece I did, a Jesus Christ Superstar. It was really a huge project in Vienna, and next year we are going also to Vienna and to Munich. So we are extending more and more, and so I'm getting a little bit more back as an actor. And I did so much, so many shows on stage. I think hundreds of times Tanze Vampire, hundreds of times Romeo and Juliet, Elisabeth. I'm from Austria, and I thought sometimes it was work for me, and I lost a little bit my hobby in it. So I felt I have to reduce it a little bit more. And now I'm really on the part where I say, when I'm on stage, it really feels passionate for me again, because I'm not always only an actor, and I understand so much the whole philosophy of a theater, and I understand more the light, what they need. I understand what the sound needs, because I'm on the other side too. And I also understand the producer more when he said, no, that's don't have the money for that because it's too huge. I understand everything now, and that feels so good that I'm interested in all these things. The cultural thing is indeed something where you have to grow in. I had I'm so lucky that I have experienced many things in Japan. Japan is not China, I know, it's completely another country, but it's Asia. And so you're a little bit more close to how it is to be lost in translation. And how you have to be very careful in different things. What is completely normal for us is here not normal, and what is completely normal for you sometimes is not normal in Austria, or in Europe. So you have to be careful and sensitive together, and respect each other very much. And I think I'm generally a person who is respecting very much also the nature and everything. But I also did in Japan some mistakes sometimes where I thought, oh, I'm understood, but I wasn't understood. I have one story. I had a concert in Japan with a Japanese band. They played great, and there was a guy who was so cool always. And one thing was not he made. I think he started too early in something. I found him so cool, and I thought he's such a great guitar player. And I thought he's feeling that because I was doing this. Yeah, it's great. And then there was one mistake, and I said, and I thought it was funny because I thought he's so great. But he felt so offended by me that I did this to him. But I meant it, hey, you're so cool, everybody can make a mistake one time, I also do my mistakes. And I thought we are speaking the same language. And I was learning, hey, you really have to be careful in your body language and everything, because there are differences, and we really have to respect each other. So this helped me a lot to get in this project too. Yes, there was it was not the preparing, but it was for me as an actor. We had January rehearsal here, and I did the Rudolph song. And after when it started, Sylvester was conducting it, and he said, "Is it the right tempo?" And I said, wow, the composer of this masterpiece is asking me if it's the right tempo. I said, yes, it's definitely the right tempo. And but you see how respectful he is also. And I said, that was really a touching moment for me. I'm writing it for my singers. It has to fit to the singers. And if you think it's the right tempo for you, then it's okay. I'm not doing what I want. I want to make it well for you. And that's how he works. And how he feels his and wants to transport his music. As I said before, my experience with with working abroad is growing and growing, and I think China is a very interesting field for these European musicals. And as I'm building up more and more my company in Austria and in Europe, it's more interesting also to go to China. I would have to select a little bit because I also have 4 children at home. I can't be too long abroad. I think the most important thing in my job is cultural combination. That we have sometimes the feeling when we're in the theater as a European, as Chinese people or Asian people, all the things what are going on this world. It's not an easy time for us all human beings on this planet, that we need moments where we feel connected, where we feel we love music, we love to be touched, and we love to have stories where we are touched and have moments of feeling we belong together. And I think this is so important. There are not so many ways where we can feel this, because all the politician things and so it's so rude going on everywhere on this planet. We need the arts, and also the music and theater is one of the ways where we feel, hey, we are connected. And this is for me a motor to go on, an engine where I say I think it would be great to do more intercultural projects. Then we are going to have a Christmas tour. We are in cities in Austria and in Germany. And in the spring next year, I'm doing again, as I said, the Jesus Christ Superstar with Drew Sarich in the main role this time, and Serkan Kaya, my favorite. Yeah, and then other projects are planned, and we will see. You like to have pictures at home and videos. It's so interesting because during the show, everybody's freaking out, and then at the end of the performance, we normally, when during the show people are freaking out like this, they're standing up and clapping. But you will take your photographs in the hand and filming, and you don't have a hand free for clapping. I think you need 4 hands here or something like this. And that's really interesting. I think the memories you take at home is very important for you. But that's an honor for us. Then we go home with you. We had that in Vienna also sometimes, when Musical More was for the younger people. Now in musical, it's the people grew up with us now, and musical was in the 80s, 90s. It was pretty young also in the modern musical in Austria and Germany. It came over in these days with Cats and Les Miserables and Phantom and all the Weber shows from Broadway, and they grew up. And then when they're a little bit older, they also go to musicals, but they're not like fans. They need to have a picture and everything. So in times when I did Elisabeth at 2003 or later Romeo and Juliet, we had it a little bit like here in China now, with the fans in the stage door. But it changed a little bit, and now you're right, it's not like this. I think in America and in London, it's completely different. From other countries I know where also the fans want to have pictures and memories is Japan. So it seems to be a little bit of Asian phenomenon. I don't know how it is in Korea. I wasn't ever there, but it seems to be like a little bit like this, that Asian phenomenon that you like to have these memories for you. Maya a lot. Maya was my first Elisabeth in 2003. I was starting in Theater in Wien. I was still in my studies when I did this on the conservatory in Vienna, and had the chance to go in the ensemble. And we had so many special moments as Rudolf and Elisabeth. One concert, it was this summer, we did it again. We didn't do it for many years now. Elisabeth in Schönbrunn the last time, and we sang it like songs like we did now here. And she said to me, it's really special always with me. And I say, yeah, it's also with you. So we have a big connection from this time, and I admire a lot what she can do with the job, how he's dedicated to it. And this is something that connects me with her. I would like to come back to China, definitely, in the future. and maybe I can learn something from her. There are two things. One piece I really love is, as you maybe can imagine, is Jesus Christ Superstar. Jesus Christ Superstar, it would be great to bring it here, but I think it's I don't know if it works. I think music-wise it would work great. I don't know if the story of Jesus, it's not in your history that like it is in the Western countries. But this, I think, could be a great project. Another project I thought is to bring a piece from Sylvester which you don't know so much. We had this now Lady Bess here, and we had the Marie Antoinette here in this concert, and we had the Beethoven Secret here, and one song of the Crest of the Royal Family. And I think Mozart, Rebecca, and Elisabeth works pretty good here, and you love this pieces. So I think it would be great to bring to China also one of these other pieces. And I think Beethoven is really a very exciting story, and it's his latest musical, and he put very much passion in it, Sylvester, and he loves this piece. And yeah, one of these other pieces to present here for the Chinese people, it would be great, but it would be a big deal too, because there's no original production right now in Europe. So first you should build it up and bring it here, but I could imagine that it would work pretty good here. There is one thing that you can't decide where you're born. I was born in a country that is safe, in a wealth country, in a family that brought me up in a good way. I had a good education. My parents always supported me in things I want to do, and they gave me a sense of being thankful for that. Try to do the things where I think they make sense for the world, for the humans. I try to be respectful always, and I try to do the things with love. You can't do it always. For example, making my taxes, I don't so much doing with love at the end of the year. We have always to do the taxes. I do it because I have to do it. It's something, but I know it's at the end of the day, it's you have to do all the things. They have to connect together. But I also tell you, I also struggle, and I also have problems, and I have sometimes pressure to the responsibility, for example, for 4 children. It's a big responsibility, always to be in connection with them, to hear what they need, to bring them up and to hear them in their needs. Besides of all the things in the world which are going in a direction where I feel it's not a good direction, and I think I have to do something, and then to work to say no, but what should I do? So I also have my struggles, as every human being has. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of luck what you have, and I think you'll always have to be conscious that someone gives you the luck, whoever that is, whatever you believe. You have to be responsible with that and try to give something back to your environment, to the nature, to save it, to the people you're working with. And I think that builds up again something positive. I have to believe that. That's I think. I don't care about that. They should see me as a person who is doing whatever he does with a passion. For example, for the next time, maybe I'm not on stage because, for example, if you would like to make Jesus Christ here, I will not be on stage. I will only produce it, maybe make the direct it. And the next time I can sing, and maybe I'm not producing it. I'm only coming as a singer. Why do we always have to have these categories of being something? And I think it's more when you do it with passion, and you can take so much what you experience from this to the other job too. And yeah, so you can see me as whatever you want.
Meow.
Coffee, definitely, in the morning. Singing a high note. I think it would be Mozart, because with Sylvester he's a fascinating man, but I had some limits. Oh! Karaoke. What I would like to sing when we do karaoke? That's a hard question. I think it would be nice to sing in China. I'm from Austria, from the musical I'm from Austria for you. I would like to go. I would like to go. Oh God, what a question. Two opportunities in the future. My children maybe marry, which I will not see because I won't live anymore. That would be interesting. Or I would like to go to the 60s and 70s to see my parents having how they behaved on a party. Yeah, we always need water. Definitely. Historical creature. I would take the writer Hermann Hesse. Okay, I take something else. I would take Mozart, but from Mozart we already have music, so you don't need it anymore. Shanghai is a city you definitely have to see until you die.